Welcome to Fresh Talk News Channel. Today, we dive into a critical and developing story that has sparked widespread concern across South Florida and beyond. The Trump administration has announced the termination of a Biden-era humanitarian parole program, leaving hundreds of thousands of immigrants from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela suddenly facing the threat of deportation. This decision has ignited a fierce debate over immigration policy, human rights, and the future of thousands of families who sought refuge in the United States. The program, known as CHNV, an acronym for the 4 countries it served, allowed over 531,000 immigrants to enter the U.S. legally and remain here for up to 2 years. Florida, in particular, has been a primary destination, receiving 80% of these migrants. However, the Department of Homeland Security announced on Friday that the program will be shut down by late April. This means that individuals without other forms of legal immigration protection, such as a pending asylum application, will have just 30 days to leave the country. After that, those who entered through the CHNV program will be prioritized for deportation and will lose their legal right to work in the United States. The Trump administration argues that the program, initially created to reduce illegal immigration from crisis-stricken nations, is ineffective and inconsistent with the president's foreign policy agenda. However, South Florida's congressional members, including Republican U.S. Representative Maria Elvira Salazar, have expressed deep concern for the immigrants affected by this decision. In a statement released Saturday afternoon, Salazar urged the administration to give these individuals a chance to apply for the protections they were promised. Trump is cleaning up Biden's political mess, Salazar said, and the legal limbo the Cubans, Venezuelans, Haitians, and Nicaraguans are facing is entirely Biden's fault. He fooled them. They came here fleeing failed, communist countries, believing in Biden's empty promises. The Trump administration should take this under consideration and not punish them for Biden's mistakes. Salazar's district, which includes Miami's Little Havana, is home to a large Hispanic population, many of whom are directly impacted by this policy shift. Meanwhile, Miami-Dade County's other Republican representatives, Carlos Jimenez and Mario Diaz-Balart, have remained silent on the issue, failing to respond to requests for comment. The CHNV program required participants to have a financial sponsor in the U.S. arrange their own airfare, and pass rigorous health and background checks. As of December 2024, over 531,000 people had entered the country through this program, including 110,240 Cubans, 211,040 Haitians, 93,070 Nicaraguans, and 117,330 Venezuelans. These individuals now face an uncertain future, with the looming threat of deportation and the loss of their legal status, but the CHNV program isn't the only immigration protection being rolled back. Last month, Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem revoked an extension of Temporary Protected Status, TPS, for more than 250,000 Venezuelans, who are set to lose their protections on April 2. Additionally, another 500,000 Haitians are expected to lose their TPS status in August. The Trump administration has also invoked a rarely used wartime law, the Alien Enemies Act, to deport alleged Venezuelan gang members without standard legal proceedings. A federal judge has temporarily blocked this action, but the Department of Justice has appealed, arguing that courts have no jurisdiction over matters involving alleged terrorists and foreign policy. The human toll of these policy changes cannot be overstated. U.S. Representative Frederica Wilson, a Democrat whose district includes Little Haiti, North Miami, and North Miami Beach, has seen a surge in calls from immigrants desperate for help. For many, being sent back isn't just about crossing a border, it's a death sentence, Wilson said. It means living under brutal dictatorships like in Cuba or facing life-threatening violence like in Haiti. Ending parole overnight isn't just heartless, it's dangerous. It will rip families apart, shatter livelihoods, and change the very fabric of South Florida. Wilson has vowed to continue fighting in Congress for those affected by the program's termination and has called on the Trump administration to reverse what she describes as a cruel decision. Her sentiments were echoed by Democrat Sheila Cherfilus McCormick, South Florida's only Haitian-American U.S. representative, who issued a statement urging the administration to reverse course immediately. The abrupt removal of nearly 500,000 individuals is inhumane, irrational, and it will have an irreparable impact on businesses across the country and our economy at large, Cherfilus McCormick said. Those with humanitarian parole status legally work and pay taxes in the U.S. Across South Florida and throughout the nation, they have strengthened our workforce, supporting our airports, our hospitals, our small businesses, and our schools. U.S. Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz, a Democrat representing Weston, a city with a significant Venezuelan population, also criticized the decision, calling it unfair to those who followed the legal pathway to enter the U.S. They did it the right way. They followed the law, Wasserman Schultz said. Now, in an instant, Trump yanks their lawful immigration status and hangs the specter of disappearing them out of the country, just like Venezuela's Nicolas Maduro or any other out-of-control dictator would do. As this story continues to unfold, the Miami Herald will provide updates on responses from other members of South Florida's congressional delegation. Reporters Jacqueline Charles and Syra Ortiz Blaines contributed to this report. Thank you for watching Fresh Talk News Channel. If you found this report insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more breaking news and in-depth coverage. Stay informed, stay engaged, and we'll see you in the next update.